What a shame. Big pharma company buys patent rights to sell to life-saving drug and then raises the price by 5,000%. Editor's note: even if you are against all synthetic drugs and feel they should never be taken under any circumstances, this type of criminality and lack of basic decency typifies the sordid state of big pharma healthcare. After purchasing the rights to a drug that prevents infections in people with weakened immune systems, including AIDS patients and cancer survivors undergoing chemotherapy, a pharmaceutical company has raised the price of the drug by 5,000%. Instead of paying $13.50 per pill, which is already outrageous for a little teeny tiny pill, patients with life-threatening illnesses now are forced to pay $750 per pill. I wonder why. Get ready for this. Led by a former hedge fund manager, Turing Pharmaceuticals was founded by Martin Shkreli after his first startup biotech company, Hedgefund, ousted him last year amid accusations of stock impropriety. Shortly after founding Turing Pharmaceuticals, Shkreli secured the exclusive rights to sell Daraprim, which helps prevent malaria and treats toxoplasmosis. According to the CDC, toxoplasmosis is the second most common foodborne disease and can easily infect people whose immune systems have been weakened by AIDS, chemotherapy, or even pregnancy. Approximately 60 million people in the U.S. carry the toxoplasma parasite. Exposure to the parasite can occur by eating undercooked meat, cooking with contaminated knives and boards, drinking unclean water, or contact with infected cat feces. A report from the Prime Institute at the University of Minnesota found that the average cost for brand name medications rose 13% in 2013. According to the report, new cancer drugs routinely cost over $100,000 per year, while a new hepatitis drug called Sovaldi costs $84,000 for only 3 months of treatment. Instead of directly addressing the inordinate price hike, Turing Pharmaceuticals sent out a press release on Friday acknowledging that some healthcare facilities have encountered challenges securing Daraprim for patients diagnosed with toxoplasmosis. Our number one priority is to ensure that all patients diagnosed with this have an efficient and affordable means to access Daraprim. Have an efficient and affordable means to access this. As soon as we learned that some hospitals and clinics were having trouble accessing the product, we developed an immediate corrective plan to ensure quick, efficient access for patients in need. And what exactly does that mean? You've supplied the hospitals with the product, but then the hospitals tell the patient, how are you going to afford this? So, I mentioned the other day of how healthcare in the U.S. is 500% higher as far as costs than most other civilized countries, or first world countries, if you will. Civilized. How silly of me to even use that word referring to the year 2015 in any country. Do those countries have humans in there? Yep. Then can't use that word, because we are some rotten people. Imagine if animals behave the way we do. Insects, even. Just everything was as rotten as the greed in humans. Most humans, I should say. It seems like even good humans, once presented with the, massive amounts of money and power, their morals change. Everything just automatically changes. It's almost like their DNA is reprogrammed all of a sudden. But 500% higher healthcare costs in America. And you just saw why. You just saw the sole reason why healthcare costs are absolutely absurd in America. There is no type of healthcare reform that can come except for that one thing, which is make things affordable. You see, because you can go to a hospital, and insurance or not, it doesn't matter. You go and you have some kind of cancer treatment and chemotherapy and this and that. You could spend $10,000 so fast, it'll make your head spin. Oh, just come in today for one thing of treatment. Okay, here's your bill for $10K. What? Now that's the hospital. That's the hospital's bill to you. Or the treatment center, wherever you are. Usually, that could be in a hospital. So that's one treatment. How many do you need? Oh, I gotta have one treatment a month for the foreseeable future. 12 months in a year times 10K. You got an extra $120,000 on you? Answer, no, absolutely not. 99% of the people in this country don't have an extra $100,000 or $120,000 on them. Ain't happening. So what do we do? Well, I got insurance, health insurance. Oh, well, health insurance is paying that bill? Okay, well, that $10,000 just turned into about $18,000 a shot. Every time you come in every month, it's now $18,000. Health, you're not paying out of pocket. Okay, health insurance going to pay, so let's rape and pillage whatever funding we can. And do you say, well, the hospitals, you guys are corrupt and wrong? Or do you say, well, wait a minute, everybody that walks into that hospital has to be treated by law, and a lot, you might even venture and say most people that walk into a hospital do not pay their bill, cannot pay their bill, can't afford it. Therefore, those suckers, there's that word again, who do have some money to help and try to pay their bills, get absolutely reamed. Absolutely reamed. So when pharmaceutical companies are allowed to charge $750 per pill, $750 per pill when it used to cost around $13.50 or whatever I said, how is that affordable? Because even, as I read, even if healthcare decides to take it and pay the bill, your insurance company, the person was still out. I think they said somewhere around $120. I didn't finish reading that, but I remember. Even if your insurance company helps foot the bill, oh, I've got insurance, I got to pay 20%. Whatever. Oh, there's $120 you got to come up with for each pill. Think about that. One single little teeny tiny pill, smaller than a pebble. $750, please. Oh, you have insurance? They'll cover the majority of that, $580 or whatever. You got to give $120 copay. So, insurance company had to foot the majority of that bill. They paid 80%, right? So it's no wonder that all these insurance companies said, hey, we can't afford to keep doing this. We're requesting across the board, across the United States of America, we're requesting each and every state and the federal government that we are allowed to raise rates. After already raising them absurdly a few times, a couple times at least. And they said, here's our financial statement from last year that shows we brought in $35 million in this particular state for this whatever, and it cost us $50 million. Well, that's a sure plan to disaster and bankruptcy, isn't it? Can't have that, so they're going to have to be approved. They're going to have to be approved. And everyone's, oh, Obamacare, it's Obamacare. And yeah, you know what, it is. But more so than Obamacare, it's why are we allowing these price gouging to occur? The federal government right? Supposed to oversee commerce in its basic form, oversee commerce and everything, isn't overseeing anything. It is allowing these companies to do anything and put anything out there that they want, harmful as hell, FDA approved, and you're going to pay out the wazoo for it. And if you're not going to pay it, which you're not, the insurance company that you're paying a absorbent fee to every month is going to pay it. And then the rest of us are going to have to pay. Now keep in mind, somebody like me, my family, we don't have insurance. It's too expensive, I'm not going to pay it. Done. Oh, you're not paying it? You're going to have to pay it out of your IRS. You're going to get hit with this fee to the government. So hold on. I'm not one of these sick people. The sick care system, not healthcare, sick care, cancer, and all this other crap, because of the crap you've allowed to be put in our foods, the poisons and the chemicals, which is a direct cause of cancer. That, you know, you are what you eat. That is how we are getting cancer, no question about it. At least, and this is years ago, it was 1 in 3 people will get cancer sometime during their life. In the early 1900s, it was like 1 out of 35 or something way higher. You know, sometime in your life. Now it's 1 out, well, I say now, it's probably 1 out of 2, if not almost everybody, one out of 1 at this point. You know, and I'm watching a commercial last night. It seems like, you know, Sunday night, turn on the TV right before you go to bed. Typical routine, watch a little TV, go to bed. And this isn't just Sunday night, this is, you know, at night a lot, even during the week. You know, these companies know exactly when you're going to be watching TV. They got all the statistics down, they know it. And I got to tell you, I am absolutely amazed at how many pharmaceutical commercials come on each and every time there's a freaking commercial break. And I'm watching one last night. I've seen it before, and I know I thought the same thing before. My wife's and I, she's laying down there next to me. And she's not looking at the TV. She's pretty much rolled over, about to go to sleep, but she can hear it. You know, Chantix. I think it's help stop smoking. See if Chantix is right for you. And I'm listening to this crap, and I'm going to tell you, probably the first maybe 25%, quarter of that commercial was about what Chantix does. Chantix is good for you for blah blah blah. And then the remaining 75%, I think, I would honestly say, the remaining 75% of that commercial's time, all I heard was may cause this, may cause that. See if your doctor's right. If you have this, go to an emergency room. If you have that, call your doctor, then go to an emergency room. May cause this, may cause unbelievable nightmares, may cause suicidal thoughts. I'm like, it's just going on. And then I'm looking up at the TV. I love to do that when these commercials come on, and actually look at the background, the picture, the imagery that's coming across. And there's 2 or 3 women just outside by the trees. It's beautiful outside. They're walking. It's all slow and smiling. Everyone's happy. This is beautiful. It's a nice scene. How disturbing is that we screw with other people's minds and show them something beautiful? It's almost like showing pictures of kids playing and swinging in a swing set at a playground and going on the little whatever thing, you know, play things at a playground. And then while you're watching, oh, isn't that beautiful, these kids playing, different kids, different colors, different races, oh, this is beautiful, children so innocent. And while you're watching that, you don't hear it, you just get to see it in movie clips. And then you audibly hear, these kids are about to die. These kids will be shot and destroyed. A terrorist is going to come and set a bomb in a suitcase, and they're going to destroy these kids, and you're going to see heads fly and their hearts ripped out of them, while simultaneously watching peace, prosperity, if you will, not necessarily prosperity with kids, you know, just good stuff. Makes you feel, oh, it's not good. And then hearing end of the world doom while watching that's disturbing. That is warping your mind. How is this even allowed? Because money is the root of all evil. And I sat there and watched that thing last night. I look over at my wife. I said, holy crap, did you hear that? They just spent the last 75% of that commercial telling you about how destructive and rotten this drug is and the problems it can cause you. But it'll help you quit smoking. Or like the other one, oh, you got plaques, psoriasis, what the hell it's called. Oh, you got little red blotches on your skin, take this. And then at the, okay, oh, the lady's happy, she's doing stuff, you see her moving around, her arms are clear, her neck is clear, man. Yeah. Okay, but what problem did you have when your skin was red? Well, nothing. It was just red skin, and I don't want to be picked on by people, even though I'm an adult now and nobody's picking on me, but, you know, I'm self-conscious. I don't want to show little red blotches on my skin. All right, well, here's some poison. And here's you got to pick one, right? The devil or the angel. Angel says, you're beautiful the way you are. You were made that way, don't worry about it. The devil says, they're all going to laugh at you. They're going to make fun of you. Get this. Yeah, but Mr. Devil, if I do what you're saying, look at all these side effects. They're terrible. They might even cause me severe harm if I take this for any length of time. That could affect me later in life or even now and then affect me until later in life. But don't you want to look clean and beautiful? Well, all these rap stars and singers and everybody else on TV, they're beautiful and they've got big boobs and I don't have big boobs. And hell, while I'm at it, maybe I can get a breast enlargement and fake lips and, man, God, that'll be fantastic. You gotta, you know, there's gonna come a point in time, and it's gonna be after a massive event happens on this planet. And by God, if that's in 2 days from now, September 23rd, then so be it. But there has got to be a huge event on this planet to shake the human species to its core. Or we are not snapping out of this. We have got to have something that snaps us out of this crap. And I'm telling you now, the only thing that's going to snap you out of it is something that happens by force. Such as, oh, the power's out so I can't see the pharmaceutical commercials. Oh, the power's out so I can't go to the store and buy the pharmaceuticals. Oh, the power's out so they can't ship the pharmaceuticals over here. And, oh, and by the way, now that I haven't had TV on for however long, electricity's been out, we started talking with our neighbors and our families and friends and, you know, at least in the community, we had some time to reflect. And what would happen if that only lasted a week? As soon as that week's up, people would be running right back to their old lives. Give me my TV, give me my iPhone, give me my cell phone, give me my computer, give me everything that I had. Oh my God, a week, oh my God. You're going to go on Facebook. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die. Facebook's, you're going to see the sheep do that. So we need a big event. We need an event that's not going to be fixed anytime soon, which isn't a good thing to say. But it appears that it's the only thing that can actually save us, in my opinion. Because you're not going to have other humans in these massive power positions who are taking in money unbelievably to let all this ruckus and this rottenness thrive. You can't vote them out. You cannot vote them out. Many of these people are appointed by other people that you thought you voted in. Maybe you really did vote them in somehow and it actually worked. And then all the stuff they said they stood for once they got in office went out the window and they immediately took a seat on the gravy train taking, quote-unquote, campaign contributions. And I'm going to recommend a documentary that you have got to see. It came out, I believe, last year. It is called Divorce Corp. C-O-R-P, like Divorce Corporation. Divorce Corp. If you have Netflix, it is there. You can watch it right there. If you don't, I'm not sure how to tell you other than search the internet, see if you can find it. You want to talk about rotten, and they try to make it seem like it's about the kids and which parent gets the kids and which one's the right parent. And the things you are about to see in this documentary are so rotten and disturbing, you will quickly realize it was never about the kids. It was never about the parents trying to help them. It is nothing but a cash cow, if you will, system in which judges are actually lawyers as well. And one day they're a lawyer working on a case, and the judge goes in their favor, no matter what it was, a male or female, husband, wife, doesn't matter. That's because they're buddies. It went in that lawyer's favor. He won that day. The other person maybe didn't have a lawyer or had another lawyer that wasn't part of this little club in here. They lost, just like that. The next day, that lawyer is now the judge, and that judge is now acting as lawyer for someone else's case, goes to see his judge friend that they just swapped the day before, and rule in favor of each other. And then they have these, court-mandated psychiatrists you have to see, court-mandated child whatever services person you have to see. They're going to help us make the decision. Oh, well, here's our bill. You owe us $7,500 for coming and seeing me one time. I can't afford that. Sorry. What does the judge do? Forces you to pay it. If you don't pay it, you go to jail. And God help you if you write anything on the internet, a blog, Facebook, that you felt you were done unfairly. You will be held in contempt, thrown in jail. If you show proof that these lawyers and judges are working together, and you go so much as have, I forgot what the term was, another council of something, for judges, and file a complaint with them, they will find and have so far found nothing wrong with any of these judges. But now the judge understands you just went there to tell them about him. Now he's mad. And now he goes after you. Oh, you could only see your kids 10% of the time? Now you don't get to see him at all. Ever. Done. Court order. Have a nice day. These people are playing with your lives. And it's called family court. You cannot ever request trial or anything by jury be judged by a jury by peers, because if you had the peers there, at least they can help determine, well, is the mother or the father better, or should we split custody 50-50 or whatever. Instead, you have a judge whoever's lawyer buddy comes in is automatically winning the case, hands down. And if you go into court and even step in there without a lawyer, you're finished, because the judges feel like, oh great, here's another person who doesn't know how the system works, I'm going to have to explain everything to him or her, and automatically are pissed off at you for coming in pro se, doing it yourself because you can't afford a lawyer, and you're not giving money to our little system here by not doing so. So they're going to throw the book at you, so to speak. You are going to lose most of the time. And this focused on mostly California and how rotten it is over there. And some of the people that they put in charge to make decisions on your life, which you will see in this documentary, will blow your mind when you see the personal and private lives of those people and the things that they're doing in their lives. You're going to say, who the hell are you to judge me? Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. And then you file a complaint. Sorry. He's our guy. We use him for psychological evaluations or guardian ad litem services, and sorry about your luck. It's unbelievable. You have to see it. It's called Divorce Corp. And once you see it, if you and or your wife were thinking of getting a divorce or ever find yourself wanting to get a divorce, I'm telling you right now, both of you, no matter how bad you hate each other, better work it out to where you don't have to have that system in your way. You better just come to an agreement where you both sign off on it, so to speak, and you both get that divorce certified, signed, sealed, and delivered, and then whatever you guys want to do, hate each other the rest of your lives, fine. You do not, under any circumstances, want to deal with this system. And even in Florida here, you can't just dissolve your marriage just as easy as you created it. Oh, here's a signed certificate, marriage certificate, I'm done, we're married. Nope. When you go to get divorced, you've got to see a family court. That's pretty much the way it is almost everywhere. And then they showed somewhere like in Sweden or something, or maybe it said Scandinavia, and they were even interviewing people from Iceland. And they're like, "What are you talking about? Where is this at?" "Oh, it's America." "What?" "Well, how do you guys do it if you have to have a divorce?" "Oh, you just go do it." And everything automatically is 50-50. Everything automatically is 50-50. You can't try to get more. You can't. It's 50-50. Just like your marriage says, 50-50. What's half of theirs is half of yours, etc. Not in America. You could lose everything because your spouse happened to get a lawyer that was really good friends with the judge. And since they didn't have most of the money in the relationship and you did, and they will do this in court and order it, you will have to pay their lawyer fees. All they care about in that system is who has the money, and that's where we're going to get it from. And they do it. And you can try to fight back. You can try to fight an appeal. It doesn't matter. You will never win. And it blew me away when I saw this. I couldn't believe what I was watching and listening to. These people, I haven't seen my kid in 4 years. Judge ordered me. I can't see him again. Can't see my kid ever, until they're 18. And the judges don't care. They're all in it for the money, and you think you're somebody, and I'm going to show you. Don't you care about the kid? I thought this was about the kids involved. No. It's about the money that's involved, and whoever's got the most money in the relationship, we're going to take it from you and even make you pay the other person's fees. Because the judge, who is a lawyer the next day, understands, well, that lawyer that he just helped that day get money by forcing you to pay it, because your spouse didn't have the money. Now it's his turn to be lawyer the next day, and the other guy's the judge, and one hand washes the other. It's unbelievable. Take